Hello everyone, and welcome back to Clan Generator, where last time HopeClan finally reached the 12 cat requirement to become a real official clan and have a leader. This means our journey with them is nearly over, as the challenge has been completed. I asked for your guys' opinion, and Fleet Freckle is the one who has won out with his negotiating skills and experience. Also, I do apologize if there's anything weird with the mic. I just got a new mic, and I'm trying to test it out, balance it, figure out what I need to do to make it sound good. So, yeah, if I sound better than usual, great. Otherwise, I am sorry. So we're gonna see how the clan is feeling on this eventful moon, and then we're going to set Fleet Frickle to be our leader. Puzzle is giving herbs to an injured loner. That makes sense. She was a loner for much of her own life. Partridger almost got lost near some two-leg nests. Eepy wonders if StarClan is giving Puzzle any prophecies lately. Fern knows Rainbowkit will make a great clanmate someday. Weevilstripe isn't ashamed of her past. Interesting. Pad is curious about the other clans. Fleet Freckle is complaining about being sent on dog patrol. Oh dear. Brown Minnow is wondering what living with two legs must be like. Nimblehope has been glaring at a certain cat in camp with an odd look in her eye. Oh, that's certainly interesting. Tadpole Fern had a nightmare involving a two-leg trap. Venti plays moss ball with Mistlekit. Shackadazzle isn't ashamed of their past. Seedkit is asking older cats how kits are made. Claykit has so much energy. Mistlekit asks how kits are born. And Rainbowkit is chatting with Puzzle about what it's like to be Medicine Cat. I feel like Fleet Freckle is humble. He doesn't want to be leader. Maybe he's even afraid of being leader. He doesn't know if he can handle that much responsibility. But as he goes and talks to other cats, trying to find someone else who is suitable, they keep suggesting that he is. And so, after talking to his brother, who does not want to be leader, rather he wants to remain a medicine cat as he has been for much of his life in order to help heal the clan, and after speaking to Weevilstripe, who doesn't really want to take on the role of leader, who thinks that Fleet Freckle is perfect for it, but who is willing to give him some pointers and guidance. He decides to accept the role should the clan vote for him to be in such an important role. And as more and more cats voice their support as the clan gathers together to make this decision, it appears he is their new leader, like it or not. And so he will be given his 9 lives. He doesn't want to leave the clan to go and receive his 9 lives without first appointing a deputy in case something were to happen to him. He knows maybe this isn't exactly how it's supposed to work, but he also believes that HopeClan has been without a leader and guidance for so long that they really need one in case something were to happen. It's a difficult decision. He has immense love and respect for his mate, and has good friendships with many of his clan members, and perhaps a little something more with Tadpole Fern. But none of these cats, he believes, have the experience in order to guide him. And so he chooses Weevilstripe to be his deputy. She is flustered. She didn't think that she was suited for such a thing, but she's determined to try and do her best for HopeClan. And she hopes that she won't mess this up. Fleetstar travels to receive his 9 lives. and coming face to face with StarClan, he sees some familiar faces, including his dead brother, Bouncekit, who can't help but wonder if Fleetfreckle will use their charm and popularity to make HopeClan a better clan, or for their own selfish gain. Regardless, Bouncekit bestows a life for instincts. Wow, Bouncekit really is bitter about his siblings. Or perhaps he's wiser than them? I'm not really sure, but I feel like that kind of fits with Bouncekit's own little arc. Bounceskitter can only hope that Fleetfreckle uses their honeyed words and silver tongue well as they give a life for bravery. Bite Iris dips their head in greeting. Energy surges through Fleetfreckle's pelt as they receive a light for far-sightedness. They reassure Fleetfreckle that they are almost done. Gale Spots pads up to the new leader, softly touching their nose to Fleetfreckle's head. They give a life for pride. A young cat emerges from the starry ranks to give a life. Starlight reflects off their youthful eyes. Fruit Paw stretches up to give a life for honesty. Oh, little Fruit Paw. Ravenpaw can't help but wonder if Fleetfreckle will use their charm and popularity for their own selfish gain. Regardless, Ravenpaw bestows a life for confidence. That doesn't seem like a vote of confidence, Ravenpaw. Lion Ember steps forward to give Fleetfreckle a life for friendship. Fleetfreckle grits their teeth as the life rushes into them. Dreamshine walks up to Fleetfreckle, offering a life for endurance. They smile and state that the clan will do well under Fleetfreckle's leadership. Finally, Waterstar steps forward. There is pride in their gaze as they stare into Fleetfreckle's eyes. They give a life for endurance in the face of hardship. That is Fleetfreckle's leadership ceremony. He is now the leader of HopeClan. I feel like Nimblehope would probably want to go out on patrol without her mate. Not only is he leader now, which is something she probably wanted, but he also chose her mother as deputy, and that is a no-go for her. Why didn't he choose her, and why did he have to choose her mother? That awful she-cat. Yeah, she's definitely gonna need some time to cool off. I think she'd go out with Eepy, the only other warrior who seems to be kind of on her plane, being troublesome. So let's see how this goes. Oh, wow. Sure, that would be very useful, but unfortunately, he has declined. Oh well. Ooh, that is very interesting. We have 2 medicine cats here and a cat with a good connection to StarClan. Puzzle softly alerts the rest of the patrol to their visitor. With respectful nods, the patrol pauses, tucks their paws together neatly, and sits to converse with the StarClan cat. Interesting. We also gathered quite a few herbs. I must have... Man, I thought Partridge Fur was on that patrol. I must have made a little error there. Do we want to have more... let's send Partridge Fur out on his own. And it's fine. Yeah, no herbs, but who cares? Suspicious paw prints. I don't know if it's a good idea to proceed there. Nope. Nope, it's not. I mean, probably Venti would want to, but with Brown Minnow running the other way, there's not much point. On a hunt? I do think Weevil Stripe might risk it, but she does have a lot of responsibility now as the clan's deputy. I think she would decide not to. Especially with Pad there, letting her know what the best course of action probably would be. On to Moon 63. Brown Minnow's running nose finally stopped running. Nimblehope announced they are expecting kids! Yay! I cannot wait. Shackadazzle was seen racing along the border with their rival from Fallow Clan. Interesting. Newly made apprentice Seedpaw touches noses with their mentor, Nimblehope. Ooh, well, that's kind of poor timing, but I guess Seedpaw can pseudo-train under another cat for now. Claypaw touches noses with Weevilstripe. They hope that there'll be a cool mentor that won't assign boring tasks, anything but gathering moss or tick duty. Bouncekit no longer has a running nose. Venti is watching with pride as Mistlepaw is named and given to Brown Minnow to apprentice under. They know Brown Minnow was a good choice. Oh, Brown Minnow's gonna be freaking out about that. Very nervous. A fire rages through the forest. Mistlepaw manages to escape, though not unscathed. Oh, man. Well, that is interesting. Apparently, only Mistlepaw was caught by this fire. And Mistlepaw was okay, I guess, but that is not good. Rainbow Paw sits excitedly beside Tadpole Fern as the meeting ends and hopes they'll be doing something exciting like battle training first. Their claws are itching to tear at something. Quite an interesting mix these apprentices are. Fleetstar shares prey with Claykit. Fleetstar, Shackadazzle, and Venti had a nice talk. Fleetstar considers Claykit to be one of his close friends. Partridge Fur approves of Brown Minnow's recent efforts. Partridge Fur saw Seedkit and got a chance to say hello. Puzzle tries to have a conversation with Venti, but it ends up awkward when neither of them speak up. Rainbow Kit thinks Puzzle isn't so bad after all. Weevilstripe can't stand being around Nimblehope. Weevilstripe wishes they could get their pelts shine like Tadpole Ferns. Brown Minnow notices how Fern is being helpful around camp. Nimblehope finds the way Shackadazzle acts increasingly uncomfortable. Pad apologizes to Partridge Fur for something or other. Pad promises to always look out for Tadpole Fern. EP noticed Nimblehope is doing their best. EP comes up with a plan to sneak out of camp with a kit. Shackadazzle shared an embarrassing story about Weevilstripe they were asked not to share. Shackadazzle stayed up all night thinking of ways to impress Nimblehope. Oh dear. I don't know if that's a love square at this point or just a love triangle, I guess. I don't really know what's going on there. Tadpole Fern nods politely as Fleetstar passes by. Tadpole Fern might be reading a little too far into Nimblehope's kindness. I guess. Yeah, Team Polycule, there you go. Venti thinks the prey Bouncekit is biting into on the other side of camp looks delicious. Seedpaw is glad to have a clanmate like Eepy. Claypaw bristles after being scolded by Nimblehope. Mistlepaw is jealous that Nimblehope got to go out on border patrols. Fern had Claypaw bump into them. Fern tells Rainbow Kit they caught this prey just for them to deliver it to them. Rainbow Paw doesn't think that Eepy has been completely honest lately. Quite a bit going on in this clan. So a love triangle grows. Tadpole Fern has a crush on Fleetstar and Nimblehope. Fleetstar is in love with Nimblehope and Tadpole Fern. Nimblehope still kind of has an old crush on Partridge Fur, but hasn't really had real feelings for him for a while. But her affections are focused completely on Fleetstar, which is why probably she's feeling uncomfortable about Shackadazzle, who now has a crush on her. Anyway, time to see what our clanmates are thinking today. Fleetstar is giving a particularly rousing speech at a clan meeting. Well, good for him. Weevilstripe is solving a complex problem that has been troubling the clan. They're both settling into their roles. Puzzle is wondering what living with two legs must be like. Partridge Fur is looking forward to the half-moon meeting. Eepy is playing a prank on Venti. Love that. Venti's gonna be so bad. Fern has the apprentices engaged in a very, very tall tale. Pad is sparring with some clanmates. Brown Minnow is hoping no cat saw them trip just now. Poor Brown Minnow. Nimblehope stares off into space. Tadpole Fern feels a sense of dread. Venti is wondering what the inside of a two-legged den looks like. Shackadazzle wonders what became of their two legs. Seedpaw is thinking about the time they caught a huge rabbit. Claypaw is craving the taste of fish. Mistlepaw is thinking about StarClan. Rainbow Paw listens to the latest gossip. It looks like Seedpaw's got the right mentor, a bloodthirsty girl herself, and an avid play fighter, so with skill in the fighting that she is bloodthirsty for. It looks like she's going to turn out to be absolutely gorgeous with long fur and being a tortie. Claypaw is a vengeful cat. Ooh, that is interesting. With an active imagination, he is apprenticed to Weevilstripe, who will hopefully be able to curb that, but I'm sure she's already worried about him. Mistlepaw is the apprentice of Brown Minnow. He's adventurous and loves stories. Quite an interesting cat to pair with the nervous Brown Minnow. Maybe it'll help him come out of his shell more. He's also injured from that fire. He just has a burn. Hopefully our two medicine cats, they are very skilled, will be able to deal with that. Rainbow Paw is the apprentice of Tadpole and is also vengeful, and he never sits still. He is unfortunately sick, but it's only a running nose. I feel like Brown Minnow would want to come along on an herb gathering patrol in order to help his apprentice, and it's also the only thing he really feels comfortable doing anyway. So they go out and they gather some mallow. Plus, the two get a little bonding time. Even with Puzzle as kind of a third wheel, I think the three have fun discussing herbs and such, and maybe the new apprentices. Nimblehope would like to be happy about having an apprentice, but she feels like maybe it's just kind of a consolation prize. She'd like to believe that her and Fleetstar are very much in love, especially with their kits on the way, but she's starting to think maybe they aren't. Something seems off about him. He keeps looking at Tadpole Fern in ways she doesn't appreciate. And the two go hunting, which is probably not quite what the bloodthirsty young apprentice wanted for their first day, and a bit surprising for Nimblehope as well, but you do have to get the basics down. Unfortunately, Seedpaw misses the bird, but there's always next time. Nimblehope gives her some pointers and tries not to be frustrated. Weevilstripe hopes that by taking the apprentice on a border patrol, perhaps Claypaw can get some good perspective on their clan, and why it's not probably a good idea to go attacking other clans. At least that's what she hopes. But, well, things don't exactly go to plan. She wants to do something, but she doesn't want to put her apprentice in danger. Had is advising them all to stay back while they think of what to do, but Claypaw goes dashing in. Weevilstripe thinks fast, shouting to her apprentice that they need to tag team so that they can lead the dog away without either of them getting hurt. Though a bit disappointed at first that the plan isn't to attack the dog, Claypaw does agree that when the dog is bearing down on them, it's definitely scary, and decides to go ahead and run like Weevilstripe suggests. Meanwhile, Pad stays hidden nearby and comes out when the dog is long gone. He hopes that his mate and her new apprentice will be able to outrun this dog, and invites the cat in the tree to join the clan. Here is our new cat. Mouse is a female who's only 15 moons old. Troublesome, but a formidable fighter with natural intuition. Quite interesting. After another cat chased them from their home, they took refuge in the clan. So apparently the dog wasn't the only one who was chasing Mouse. She is sure to find a good home here in HopeClan. I think Fleetstar would show her around the territory. And, well, we've noticed a Fallow Clan patrol renewing their scent marks. Fleetstar is given a respectful nod, which he returns, his diplomacy working as usual. The other clans seem to respect him as a leader, and he's very grateful for it. I feel Venti would want them to investigate this. It's probably a good learning moment. Venti. Oh dear. Well, I guess that's alright. I feel like EP might go for it, but the righteous Fern would say otherwise. Well, let's see what happens. Oh no. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. EP did it, despite Fern's objections, and got away with it too. Fern is probably going to report this to their leader, though. Well, or maybe not. After all, shouldn't she have done more to prevent it? That's it for this episode. HopeClan will continue to thrive under the leadership of Fleetstar, but their journey is now concluded. Thank you all so much for your support in this series. It means a lot. And I will see you all next time.